Welcome back to Reviews from AUP. Today, we're rolling into something that adventure bike riders have been talking about for years. We're looking at the Metzeler Tourance Next, a motorcycle tire that has genuinely earned its reputation as one of the best enduro street tires on the market. Whether you're crossing a country on a loaded adventure bike or carving through rain-soaked back roads, this tire has something serious to say. So let's dig in. The Metzeler Tourance Next is what the industry calls a 90/10 tire, meaning it's engineered with 90% of its performance focused on paved roads and about 10% on light off-road use. That's an important distinction right from the start. This is not a knobby. It is not a full adventure tire built to handle mud and rocks. What it is one of the most sophisticated road-biased tires ever designed for adventure motorcycles. And it replaces the well-respected Tourance EXP that came before it. Metzeler built the Tourance Next around a radial carcass with a 0-degree steel belt, which is the backbone of its stability at speed. They call this system MBS, short for Metzeler Belt System. Alongside that, you get the MAW technology, Metzeler Advanced Winding, which gives the steel belt more elasticity at the crown for self-damping comfort, stiffness in mid-lean for confident cornering, and controlled feedback at the shoulder when you're really pushing the angle. These aren't just marketing terms. Riders consistently report that the tire feels planted and predictable, whether they're hammering a highway at motorway speeds or threading through twisty mountain roads. The compound story is where things get genuinely interesting. The rear tire features a dual compound design. The center strip uses a 50% silica formula, specifically chosen to maximize mileage and stability when the bike is loaded or cruising at high speed. The shoulders, however, are 100% silica, a much softer, grippier formulation that gives you excellent chemical grip in wet conditions when you're leaned over and need the tire to stick. The front tire also carries high silica content, over 50%, combined with new polymers and resins that help it warm up faster and deliver better wet grip from the first corner of the day. The tread pattern itself is one of the most distinctive things about the Tourance Next. At first glance, it looks almost chaotic, irregular, asymmetrical grooves that seem to go in every direction. But that design is entirely intentional. It's called a differentiated groove layout, and it works in two ways. First, it evacuates water efficiently, which is why reviewers who have put thousands of wet miles on these tires consistently praise their rain performance. Second, the tread pattern is optimized for wear regularity, meaning the tire should wear more evenly across its entire surface rather than developing the flat center ridge that plagues many touring tires after hard highway use. The Tourance Next is also fitted as standard equipment on several high-profile adventure bikes. The Triumph Tiger 1200 GT Explorer, the KTM 1050 Adventure, and BMW GS models have all been delivered with these tires from the factory, which tells you something about how seriously manufacturers take this rubber. In real-world use, riders report quick and light side-to-side transitions, confident wet braking, and a ride quality that is notably smooth thanks to the pliable construction. The tire fits most adventure bikes running 17-inch rears and 17 or 19-inch fronts, with a solid range of sizes available covering common configurations like 150/70 R17, 170/60 R17, and 120/70 R19, among others. In terms of pricing, the Tourance Next sits in the range of around $198 to $277 per tire in the US market, which places it firmly in the premium adventure tire segment. That said, riders have reported getting well over 7,000 miles from a set before the tread becomes a concern, and some have pushed considerably beyond that, which makes the cost per mile math fairly reasonable for a tire of this quality. It is worth noting that the Tourance Next 2 has now arrived as the updated successor, but the original Tourance Next remains widely available, well-reviewed, and excellent value. A few honest considerations. The Tourance Next's road-focused profile means the front can feel slightly less planted on loose gravel compared to a more aggressive dual-sport tire. And because it is designed for street performance first, wet clay or muddy off-road terrain is genuinely outside its comfort zone. If your riding is 90/10 on pavement to dirt, this tire is built for you. If that ratio flips, you'll want to look elsewhere. The Metzeler Tourance Next is a tire that delivers where adventure riders spend most of their time. On real roads, in real weather, on real journeys. It's well-engineered, consistently trusted, and genuinely hard to fault in its category. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.